Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now, TGIF. To your and yours, I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, local officials are taking some steps to keep people cool this weekend as the area experiences a heat wave.
Yeah, plus a City of Jamestown man is facing assault charges after police say he punched a person in the face. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is here with a first look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and happy Friday, everybody, but it's going to be steamy and hot. We've been telling you about this all week, and today is really going to be one of 2 days that's really going to be extreme. Here's a live look from Erie from the Mill Creek Mall. The temperature is not bad, 80, but look at this dew point of 74. That creates a heat index of 85 degrees. That's how hot the air feels when you step outside, and it's tropical-like humidity, so it's like throwing a sponge against the wall that's completely soaked in water. That's exactly the kind of humidity we've got in the air. Now, so far, radar is almost completely dry. We've had these little rain showers down here. I'm kind of thinking these are sprinkles if they're not even falling at all, but pop-up scattered and showers and storms will be the case through the afternoon. But the bigger story is going to be the heat watches, or should I say, pretty much this heat warning remains in effect north of here, all the counties that border Lake Ontario. That's all these counties shaded in purple. Then there's a heat advisory for the remainder of western New York and northwest PA. That's all this orange. The one for the southern tier goes until 6 p.m. on Saturday. The one for northwest PA goes until 8 p.m. on Saturday. And I kind of joked internally, this map kind of looks like children's medicine, cough medicine, the purple, ibuprofen orange, doesn't it? Anyway, here's the severe weather outlook for today. This is mainly later today going into tonight. There's a marginal risk that a couple storms could contain some brief gusty winds. It's a level 1 out of 5. But again, if any storms do become stronger, it's mainly going to be heavy rain. So here's the forecast for today. Hot, steamy, scattered afternoon showers and storms. You know how these work. They pop up and fall apart through the afternoon. Otherwise, partly to mostly cloudy. Because of the clouds, that may limit some of these high temps. So 84 to 93. But when you add the humidity and heat index will be between 96 to 103, and the wind averaging less than probably 15 miles an hour is not going to help too much. We'll time out the remainder of the heat, plus cool down. Talk about it next week, or should I say for next week. We'll talk about it next in a few minutes. Back to you.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you very much. And speaking of that heat, our top stories: officials in Chautauqua County have opened more than a dozen cooling centers to help residents avoid heat-related illness this weekend. In Jamestown, the James Prendergast Library will be open Friday until 5 p.m. and Saturday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to help residents stay cool. County officials say in addition to cooling centers, residents may want to visit local shopping malls or stores to get a break from the heat. Health experts say electronic fans may provide some comfort, but when temperatures are in the high 90s, they will not prevent heat-related illness. Taking a cold shower or moving to an air-conditioned place is the best way to stay cool and to cool off quickly. County health officials also remind residents to limit outdoor activities to morning and evening hours, cut down on exercise during the heat, and be sure to wear sunscreen to prevent sunburns and, most importantly, stay hydrated. Now, officials also remind drivers not to leave children or pets in vehicles. They say cars can quickly heat up to dangerous temperatures even with windows cracked open. A full list of cooling centers around the county and more safety tips are available right now on WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app.
The Jamestown Police Department says they arrested a Jamestown man following an investigation into an assault yesterday on Prendergast Avenue. Police say they discovered a 32-year-old victim with a lacerated lip, bloody nose, and swelling on top of their head. 33-year-old Sean Washington Jr. was charged with third-degree assault. He was taken to Jamestown City Jail without incident. Now, police, however, did not release more details on that incident.
And a Jamestown man was arrested Wednesday evening following a response to a possible order of protection violation on East 5th Street. Jamestown police tell us that female at the scene told officers that a male identified as 51-year-old Shell Raymond, you see here, allegedly broke into her apartment, and she believed he was inside. Officers reportedly located Raymond inside the apartment. Raymond was reportedly issued a stay-away order of protection just hours before being taken into custody by the cops. Raymond is charged with second-degree criminal contempt, aggravated family offense, and second-degree criminal trespass in this case.
New York State Senator Chuck Schumer is working to overcome roadblocks to pass the 9/11 victims' compensation bill. This week, Senator Rand Paul objected to passing the measure, citing how much the bill would cost. Paul argued that there should be a better way to fund the initiative. Last week, the bill passed overwhelmingly in the House of Representatives, and proponents are now waiting for Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to bring the bill to a vote. Appearing unannounced at a press conference organized by New York's junior Senator Kirsten Gillibrand on Thursday, Schumer fired back.
Finally, these first responders who spend so much time focused on Washington will be able to focus on whom they should, the families of those who have been lost, their brethren and sisters who are sick, and the families that nervously await every doctor's visit.
Schumer also warned McConnell against attaching the 9/11 bill to a bill to raise the debt ceiling. McConnell has vowed to pass the bill by August after having received the badge of NYPD Detective Luis Alvarez, who recently lost his battle with cancer.
Well, Good Friday to all of you. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Facebook Live and on the live streaming network of WNY News Now. Certainly, that, Matt, is a huge story out of Washington, but I think it affects a number of people all across the country. As there were even first responders here locally in Jamestown who went to 9/11's Ground Zero and at the World Trade Center, days and weeks after to help with the cleanup.
Yeah.
So certainly, very hot topic, and certainly good points on both sides. I think is one thing that has to be made. Many of the supporters of the bill say, no time like the present, as there are many first responders, brave men and women who have been fighting cancer due to the rubble at Ground Zero. On the flip side of the coin, folks who are kind of protesting this a bit are saying, well, let's take our time, let's make sure we get funding secured for it before we just jump to it. Certainly, I see both sides, but at the same time, Schumer's right in this case. There is a little bit of urgency to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to more of one of those games where you rotate the money around.
Right.
I think is what's going to happen. It'll be interesting to see if in the Senate they can find some sort of common ground in this.
Right. And the House certainly did with them
absolutely.
passing it. They found common ground. This is the bill that they believe will work.
Yep.
Now it's the Senate's turn to see if they agree with that. At this point, they don't. So we will keep everybody in tune to that. So hopefully you're staying cool out there, and because it's going to be hot, certainly. I know a lot of people were a couple days ago were saying, well, we should take off our jackets. Luckily for us, we have some pretty good air conditioning. It's like 69 in here right now, so it's nice and cool. But on the streets, it is not. It is not. You can probably fry an egg. I remember one of our journalists did that on the roof last year.
I remember that.
They
yes.
fried an egg, and it was pretty interesting to see, and maybe we'll go out there this afternoon and see if we can't do that. So hello to David, thanks for joining us. Hello to Smathers as well, thank you for being here. Another David joining in, hopefully you are doing well and staying cool. Hello to the Jester Promoting Company. Dakota is watching from the newsroom. Renee, hello to you. Mackenzie and Pam are here. Hello, Butch, Cindy, Joseph, and Lori. Hopefully you all are doing great. Be sure to interact with the show, give us a like, give us a comment, and let us know what you are doing on this Friday. We have a lot more local news to tell you about. Coming up, dog owners are going to want to listen in closely to this next one as the CDC looks into harmful dog treats. Details minutes away.
But first, several people are facing welfare fraud charges. We're going to let you know why. Dakota.
Uh-oh, the dogs are on the loose again. Here's a live look from the HD News Now cam. It's still mostly cloudy, but the temperature is 82. Look at this dew point of 75. That makes it feel more like 89 degrees, and that heat index is going to rise through the 80s and lower 90s. We'll time it out next as WNY News Now continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's gonna have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's gonna have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And happening now, several people are facing charges following a recent welfare fraud crackdown. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office reports that 66-year-old Luann Vincent of Jamestown allegedly failed to notify the Chautauqua County Department of Health and Human Services of her Social Security income while receiving food stamps. Investigators say the reported income allowed her to receive more than $2,500 in unentitled food stamp benefits between September of 2016 through October 2017. Vincent now faces a number of charges, and 3 other individuals were charged with welfare fraud in the county. Details of those arrested are posted on our website, WNYNewsNow.com. Now, in total, the Sheriff's Office says that more than $7,000 of unentitled benefits were handed out between the 4 accused.
And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, along with the Food and Drug Administration, are investigating a multi-state outbreak of salmonella infections linked to contact with pig ear dog treats. The CDC reported this week that there are now a total of 93 people infected with the outbreak strains of salmonella in 27 states. 20 people have been hospitalized. No deaths have been reported. The FDA says salmonella discovered in pig ear treats can infect people either from handling the treats or direct contact from a dog once it becomes ill. Now, on July 3rd, Pet Suppliers Plus recalled external Icon bulk pig ear stocks in open bins because they might have been contaminated with salmonella.
The death of a 3-year-old boy in a restaurant's underground grease collection tank has prompted 2 state lawmakers to draft new safety legislation. Police say the child fell through an unsecured plastic cover over a grease trap behind a Tim Hortons chain restaurant in Rochester on Monday. Restaurant grease traps are designed to keep used oil and grease out of sewer systems. Now, in Alabama, lawmakers passed legislation requiring more secure covers after a 3-year-old girl died in a 6-foot-deep grease trap back in October 2017. Now, New York Assembly members Harry Bronson and Jamie Romeo have drafted legislation requiring locked metal covers, warning signs, and annual inspections for grease traps.
Well, in 1969, Apollo 11 became the first manned spacecraft to land on the moon. The event remains one of the most iconic in modern American history. Omar Jimenez is in Cape Canaveral, Florida for us as the nation celebrates the 50th anniversary of the groundbreaking mission.
If this was July 19th, 1969, I would be telling you that Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins had just entered into lunar orbit. They would have been propelled by this Saturn V rocket they see behind me. It's an exact representation of the type of rockets that were used during that time. And while they were in that lunar orbit, They were on the verge of what would be a world-changing achievement, an achievement that still holds power all these decades later. 50 years ago, July 20th, 1969, the Apollo 11 mission successfully put the first man on the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Neil Armstrong's historic steps, taken 6 hours after the initial lunar landing, officially ended the space race.
Apollo 11 was about setting an ambitious goal before the world.
An estimated 650 million people worldwide tuned in to the spacewalk, and a lot of those people still remember exactly what they were doing when those iconic steps were taken.
I was 12 years old, and I remember sitting with my family watching on our black and white television.
Nobody could believe that it was even happening. You'd look up at the moon, it seemed so far away.
A host of events were planned for the week leading up to the mission's 50-year commemoration, starting July 16th, the anniversary of the Apollo 11 launch. An image of the Saturn V rocket was projected onto the east face of the Washington Monument. Neil Armstrong's spacesuit was unveiled at the National Air and Space Museum, and the U.S. Postal Service issued 2 commemorative Forever stamps. 50 years later, the nation's still celebrating the pride, the excitement, and the wonder of that truly historic day. And of course, one of the big questions now is, when are we going back to the moon? Well, that's already in the plans, even within the next 5 years. In fact, NASA says their goal is to get back to the moon by 2024, and this time putting the first woman on the moon and the next man, and this time with a goal of sustainability for what they say will eventually serve as a conceptual launch pad for the journey to Mars. But it's impossible to look forward without first remembering an achievement now 50 years ago tomorrow, an achievement that has gone down as one of the greatest in human history. Reporting from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, I'm Omar Jimenez.
Alrighty, Omar, thank you very much. Certainly is one of the greatest events, I think, in human history. I was just talking with my grandparents this week, Matt, about it, and they remember it so vividly, watching it on television. And back in those days, television very much brought people together. This one of those defining moments where the next day you could go in and talk about it, you know, and I'm sure this event specifically, they talked about it for not just the day, but rather for months and years to come, and certainly we still are 50 years later. And as Omar mentioned there, it'd be really cool to see if we can get people to the moon again, because certainly, you know, with all of the issues going on in the world, something like this maybe could try to bring people together, you know, for the humanity and for the science of it too.
Yeah, I can't wait to see where we're at in 50 years.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be amazing to see what we'd be talking about, and you know, in regards to this, you know, imagine the technology of the space race. I mean, I don't think we'd have iPhones and things like that today, and I don't think we'd have this broadcast today if it wasn't for something like that. So, pretty cool. Nevertheless, a nice story for this Friday. So hopefully you all are enjoying yourselves on this Friday, staying cool, because it is hotter than hell out there, that's for sure. So hello to Tammy, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see, it looks like Scott has joined us. Hello to you. Hello to Renee, thank you for tuning in. It looks like Tabitha is here, and Alex is here as well. Hello, Alex. Hopefully you are doing well. Happy Friday to all of you. Coming up, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter E. He is standing by with a live look at our weather. And oh boy, it's going to be toasty this weekend.
And later on, a local soup kitchen will host a golf tournament fundraiser later this month to raise some money for their charitable activities. Well, the details as News Now continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story: a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Justin just had to go there. Hell! Anyway, so I wanted to talk about a heat wave because it is really hot out there. Now, we have two ways of defining exactly what is a heat wave. This is how most operational forecasters define it. It's pretty much 90 or above for 3 consecutive days, but the official term pretty much is 9 days is pretty much 9 degrees above your average high for 5 consecutive days. So pretty much according to pretty much this organization, that a heat wave for us would be 5 days at 90 or above, because our average high is 80, so it'd be about 89, 90. So what's coming our way is, or what today and tomorrow is, not a heat wave by definition, but who cares? I mean, it's going to be very hot and muggy. Here are the heat indices through the afternoon. You can see here maybe Jamestown around 97, Dunkirk at 101 degree heat index. Again, heat index takes into effect the air temperature plus the humidity. We have so much humidity in the air, we can bag it up and give it to you for Christmas. I mean, we have so much of it in the air. So again, it's not going to take a whole lot to create heat indices like this, 102 in Niagara Falls, 95 in Erie. And tomorrow, it's just going to be even worse. The heat index really doesn't change a whole lot. And then again, you can see maybe Jamestown 99, Olean may peg the triple digits, also in Wellsville as well, 99 Springville, 96 Erie. The most extreme heat is going to be up here pretty much from Buffalo to Rochester. Some spots in this corridor here may reach upwards of 110 heat index. So it's really going to be warm and muggy. You know how to stay warm, air conditioning, you know, water, all that stuff. You know that. You don't need me to tell you to do those things. So current temperatures, it's 82 in Jamestown right now, 82 Dunkirk, 84 in Erie. Look at Batavia, already up to 91, 77 in Olean, 84 Bradford. And when you compare the temperatures from where we were at this hour yesterday, as of noon hour, it's 6 degrees warmer right now in Jamestown, 2 degrees warmer in Dunkirk, 1 little lonely degree warmer in Erie, and 9 degrees warmer over in pretty much up there from Buffalo to Rochester. So again, these temperatures, they're going to continue to rise as we go throughout the day today. Again, nothing really returning on radar. We still do have these little speckle showers that are pretty much moving over Chautauqua Lake. I'm not 100% certain if these are falling. If it is, it's just sprinkles at this point, but more development is going to be coming our way through the afternoon. Look at this. See how this over here just kind of fizzles out? That is because it's hitting high pressure. We have high pressure, but again, when we have lots of humidity, you can see we have pop-up showers and storms. Future scan shows it. Now going into tonight is the better chance for more widespread showers and storms. Some of this could be very heavy with some heavy rain and some gusty winds. Again, there is a level 1 out of 5 for the chance for severe thunderstorms, and that's really going to be tonight, but it's really low. And then tomorrow, here we go again, scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms. The very tropical-like humidity that's in the air is just going to fuel a lot of these pop-up storms. You know how they work. They pop up at random times through the day, and not everybody is going to get wet. And obviously the big thing is going to be the heat that we have going on here. So again, the strongest levels of heat and humidity is going to be this afternoon until Saturday. Actual air temperatures will range 85. That's going to be at the immediate Lake Erie waterfront to 94. Well, inland heat indices 94 to 103, up to about 110 from Buffalo to Rochester. And of course, limit outdoor exposure if you can. It's common sense. You don't need me to tell you that. And this is hour by hour. Again, temperatures will be into the mid to upper 80s here. This is the air temperature, but notice this big dip into the 60s and 70s. This is computer output, so it's suggesting that we'll see showers and storms. That's going to knock the temperature down. So again, even though we have rain, it's not going to make you feel any less humid. It'll make it feel more humid. So here we go, zone forecast. This is for tomorrow, and you can see here temperatures into the 90s, Lake Erie shoreline. July, we're just soaking it in with lots of July heat and humidity. Eastward we go, maybe Warren at 95, Jamestown at 90, Gowanda at 94. There won't be as much cloud cover tomorrow, so we think this is going to be the best day for some of the most extreme heat and the most extreme humidity. Next 7 days coming up right now, in theory. And let's try it again. There it is. And 90 tomorrow, 86 on Sunday. Chance for afternoon and evening showers and storms both days. But hip, hip, hooray, Christmas vacation. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All those days are below average with temperatures into the 70s. Sports is next. Don't go away.
degrees. Jump! 293. Ow, 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 ow! Having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Rejoice, sports fans, it is Friday. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. The City of Jamestown Parks, Recreation, and Conservation Slow Pitch Softball League will be having games played on Sunday. A total of 27 games will be played with first pitch times ranging from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. These games will be played at Danielson Park and separate fields at Bergman and J&G Park. The Jamestown Jackals basketball team will be holding tryouts Saturday night in New York City. Tryouts will be at the Variety Boys and Girls Clubs of Queens in Astoria. It will start at 7 o'clock, and the fee to join the tryout is $200. The fee can be paid on the Jamestown Jackals team website. Tonight, with a 7:05 first pitch, the New York Yankees will begin a 3-game interleague home series against the Colorado Rockies. At 62-33, the Yanks are in first place in the AL East. Meanwhile, Colorado is in a tie for last place with the San Diego Padres in the NL West with a record of 46-50. J.A. Happ will be on the starting mound for New York against Colorado's starting pitcher Kyle Freeland. The game will be televised on the Yes Network. That's it for sports today. Justin and Matt, back to you.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. Well, a local soup kitchen is gearing up to hold a golf tournament fundraiser later this month to raise money for their charitable activities. St. Susan's Center's Soup Kitchen, in collaboration with Jamestown Mattress, will hold their 9th annual charity golf tournament Sunday, July 28th at the Chautauqua Golf Club. Now, the 4-player scramble tournament entry fee is $85 for non-members and Chautauqua Golf Club members, or $65 for members of that club. Center officials said all proceeds go directly to the St. Susan Center. Registration forms are available right now at stsusancenter.org or by calling them. Forms are due next Wednesday. Now, following play, golfers will be offered beef on wick, grilled chicken sandwiches, pasta salad, baked beans, watermelon, and their famous ice cream sundae bar. A 50-50 gift basket raffle and door prizes will also be available. So, pretty cool fundraiser.
Absolutely.
Certainly, hopefully it won't be a million degrees come that weekend. But no, a lot of golf funding. You know, I think golf fundraisers are some of the most profitable, is what I hear. I know, like, chicken barbecues are really easy to do.
Yeah.
But you know, it seems like there are a ton of golfers around here who jump right on it.
I mean, you know, what's very interesting is that, you know, a lot of people who I know, who I went to school with, actually play golf, and I'm like, I never knew that. It'd be like, you know, it's like you know, all the time. I mean, you know, it's like all the time when we were in school. You never told me you played golf. I was always looking for golf partners,
right.
And it's like, you know, nobody ever told me you played.
So, Dakota, are you still actively seeking golf partners? Should we run an ad?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, you know, you can never have too many golf partners.
Right.
So.
Right. No.
Although, please be warned, I play absolutely terrible. So, do y'all see that meme? On I think it was Facebook, I shared it, how I play golf, hit ball, swear, find ball, start drinking, repeat.
I like it. I did see that you shared.
That's my golf game in a nutshell. Now, since I got myself in trouble, let's take a look at Links 1 here, and we'll take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast for today. Now, again, this is model output. So, again, this particular computer is suggesting we'll hit around 87, 88 this afternoon, and then as we get those pop-up showers and storms to come through, it knocks us down to the 70s. So it's rain-cooled air, but it doesn't help you with the humidity. It just spikes the humidity. So it's the air you can wear. It's like throwing a soaking wet sponge against the wall. That's exactly how much humidity is in the air. But we got one more day of this. We think we'll hit 90 tomorrow. Again, we won't have as much cloud cover tomorrow, so we think we'll hit 90. And again, the cool down, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, much of next week is going to be below average. So it's Christmas in July. Hip, hip, hooray for Christmas vacation.
I love your words, Dakota.
Yes.
I love your words.
All right, Dakota. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Stay cool out there this weekend. We're back Monday. We'll see you then.